Ever wonder why some incredible products fail to reach their full potential? Here's the surprising reality. Having an amazing product is only half the battle. Companies spend millions developing amazing products but then completely fumble when it comes to actually getting those products into customers' hands. The missing link between a great product and great success is what we are going to discuss in this video. Hey there, welcome to episode 2 of the Explain Like I'm 5 or LE5 series, where we take those complex concepts and break them down so even a 5-year-old can understand them. I'm your host Nishtha, and today we are diving into something that makes or breaks countless businesses: the go to market strategy, or GTM, as the cool business kids call it. And watch it till the end because I'm going to share some practical tips for putting your GTM strategy into action. So, what is a go to market strategy? Think of it as your roadmap that shows how you'll introduce your product to the customers and convince them to buy. It's the path from, hey, we made this cool thing, to, wow, people are actually paying us for it regularly. Let's use a coffee shop as our example. Imagine you're opening a new coffee shop called Morning Brew. Your GTM strategy is your plan for how you'll get customers to come in and buy your coffee consistently. A GTM strategy isn't about advertising and it's not about selling. It's the whole plan that brings everything together. The 5 main parts we'll talk about today are: number 1, finding your perfect customers. Number 2, understanding your competition. Number 3, making it easy for customers to say yes. Number 4, your special message that makes you different. And number 5, the activities you do regularly to find and keep your customers. Here's where most businesses go wrong. They jump straight into running ads or cold calling without first creating a clear plan. That's like our coffee shop owner immediately buying expensive coffee machines without first checking if there are enough coffee drinkers in the neighborhood. You might get some customers that way, but probably not enough to succeed. Now you might wonder, do I really need this fancy plan? The simple answer is yes. Absolutely. If you want to succeed, maybe you are opening a brand new coffee shop or adding new drinks to your menu. Maybe you're opening a cafe in a new location, or you're just trying to get more sales in your current shop. In all of these cases, you need a go to market strategy. Think about it like in cities, there's a coffee shop in almost every corner, but some fail while others thrive. Often the ones that fail had great coffee, but they did not have a clear action plan for who they were serving, how they were different, and how they would attract customers consistently. This becomes super important when you notice that even though you have a good product and some early customers, your sales aren't growing steadily. Your Morning Brew coffee shop might have friends and family visiting them in the first few weeks. But then what? What next? How do you create a steady stream of customers who come back regularly? And trust me, running a business on hope and crossed fingers isn't exactly what your bank will want to hear when you're explaining why you can't make your loan payments. Let's talk through the 5 main parts of a go to market strategy using our Morning Brew coffee shop example. Number 1, who you are selling to. First, you need to figure out exactly who your perfect customers are. For a coffee shop, you could try to sell to everyone who drinks coffee, but that's too big and too vague. Instead, our Morning Brew coffee shop might focus on working professional between 25 and 40 years old who pass by our shop on their way to work. These people really care about good coffee, but they're always in a rush. They get frustrated while waiting in long lines at big coffee shops, and they hate when their coffee isn't consistently good. The key here is finding a problem that customers really need to get solved right now. Your potential customers need coffee before going to work, and they want it to be tasty without making them late. This gives them a good reason to try your coffee shop. When you focus on a specific group of people with a specific problem, you can create an experience that really connects with them. You're not trying to please everyone, you're solving a particular problem for particular people. Remember the super important point: people don't buy things because they're cool or have awesome features. They buy things because those things solve their problems. You might love your fancy coffee machine or special beans, but customers only care about one thing. Will this give me a tasty coffee fast enough that I won't be late for work? I know that's so shocking, right? People care about their own problems than your amazing coffee equipment. But a great way to figure out who your perfect customers are to look at who's already excited about what you are going to offer. If during your first week of opening, you notice that a lot of customers are walking in between 7 to 9 in the morning and love your quick service, that's a big clue about where you should focus your attention. Now, next, you need to understand your competition. I know many businesses hate this part. They'd rather pretend that they are the only game in town. But trust me, your potential customers are definitely checking out other options. And I hate to break it to you, but you're not the only coffee option around. So, for Morning Brew, you'd want to know about other independent coffee shops nearby or big chain like Starbucks, and even other option like people making coffee at home or using the coffee machine at their office. You'd want to learn about each competitor. How fast is their service? How much do they charge? How good is their coffee? And what is it like to be their customer? Through this detective work, you might discover that the chain stores are reliable but have a 5 to 7 minutes wait time during their morning rush. The other independent shops have amazing coffee, but their focus is on being a place where people can bring laptops and work all day. And nobody is focusing specifically on the great coffee and super fast problem. This shows you an opportunity. Morning Brew can be the quality coffee shop for people who are in a hurry. Understanding your competition helps you explain why customers should pick you instead of others. Your marketing can now emphasize that the same great coffee but none of the wait. The third part is figuring out how your target customers actually want to buy. Too many businesses create selling processes that are based on how they want to sell rather than how customers want to buy. For Morning Brew's busy professionals, ideal buying process needs to be really convenient, reliable, so that they know what to expect, and super quick with no hassles, and available when they need it. Based on this understanding, you might set up a smooth in-store experience with special lanes for people who ordered ahead. Maybe a simple app that remembers what people usually order, and a tap to pay option, or a loyalty program that does not require carrying extra cards or scanning codes. The big insight here is that your busy professionals don't want to make difficult decisions in the morning. They want the usual coffee ready when they arrive with as little fuss as possible. This would be totally different from how another coffee shop operates, which is designed for remote workers or students. Those customers might prefer lots of menu options and the ability to customize orders, and process that encourages hanging out in the coffee shop. By designing your selling process around how your specific customers want to buy, you remove obstacles and make it easy for them to say yes. The fourth part is your message. How you tell your customers why they should care about your coffee shop. This includes both your main promise and your bigger story. So your main promise needs to explain what you offer, who is it for, how you're different from others, and what benefits customers get. For Morning Brew, a good promise might be delicious coffee for busy workers, ready in under 2 minutes, so you can start your day with great coffee without being late to work. This tells customers exactly what they need to know. You sell delicious coffee, it's for busy workers, you're different because it's ready in under 2 minutes, and the benefit is enjoying great coffee without any delay. Remember, confusion never made anyone reach for their wallet. If people don't immediately understand what you're offering and why they should care, they'll just keep walking to the coffee shop they already know. Beyond your main promise, you also need a bigger story. Why your business exists and what change you are creating. For Morning Brew, this might be something like, we believe busy people shouldn't have to choose between good coffee and being on time. We are changing the morning coffee experience by showing that quality and speed can go together. This story shapes all of their communications and helps them connect with their brand on a deeper level. It answers not just what you do, but why it matters. Finally, decide the specific thing you'll do regularly to reach your customers with your message. For Morning Brew Coffee Shop, you might put your shop on a busy route where commuters pass by, or you might create an app for ordering ahead, or you might use social media to connect with local professionals and place advertisements in business areas. Then you do the regular sales and marketing activities like weekly special offers through your app during the morning rush, monthly coffee tastings for office managers, and social media posts about morning productivity tips to attract your target customers. You might also team up with nearby gyms and train stations where commuters pass through and run ads during morning commute times on local radio or at transit stops. The key is doing these things consistently and staying focused. Rather than trying random marketing ideas, you are systematically reaching your perfect customers through channels that make sense for them and with messages that connect with their needs. All of these activities should directly link into who your customers are, how you compare to your competitors, how your customers want to buy, and what your message is. A great GTM strategy creates alignment. When all 5 parts work together, you create a powerful, predictable sales machine. Before we wrap up, let me give you some practical tips for putting your GTM strategy into action using a morning brew example. First, start small and focus. It's better to be the favorite of a small group than to be forgotten by a larger one. Morning brew might start by perfecting the weekly Monday morning rush before adding weekend service or afternoon option. Master one thing before trying to do everything. Second, test before going big. Try your ideas with small group before investing a lot. Before building an expensive app, Morning Brew can test a simple text message ordering system with a few regular customers to see if that idea even works. Third is you collect information like crazy. Track what's working and what's not. Be ready to make changes. And Morning Brew should note which drinks people order most often, exactly how long it takes to serve each customer, and which promotions bring in new customer versus encouraging return visits. Fourth, listen to feedback and share it. Make sure that customers' comments get back to everyone in the business who needs to hear them. If customers keep mentioning that pickup area gets crowded, that feedback needs to reach whoever manages the store layout and not just stay with the barista who heard it. Fifth, write everything down. Your GTM strategy should be written down and shared with your whole team. Every Morning Brew employee should understand who their target customer is and what the main promise is and why speed matters so much to the business. And here's my secret tip. When in doubt, talk to your customers. I know, revolutionary, right? But you'd be amazed how many businesses create their entire plan without even asking customers what they actually want. So there you have it. Go-to-market strategy made simple. The best part is that the same approach works whether you're opening a coffee shop, creating a software product, offering consulting, or starting any other business. The specific answers will change, but the questions remain the same. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more business ideas made simple. And if you already have a business that you'd like to take to market, feel free to set up a call with us and I will add the link in the description. Drop your questions in the comments and let me know what other business concepts you'd like me to simplify in our future videos. Bye!